2.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Orange County IDA Finance meeting. The time is now 4:22. Bill, if you'll take roll call.
Sure. Mark Green.
Here.
Jeffrey Christ.
Here.
Dean Tamburi.
Here.
Linda Muller.
Here.
4 full members present. For staff, myself, Bill Fioravanti, Kelly Riley, Marty Barras, our general counsel, Lino Sciaretta, and Rudy Zoda. We have our external CFO, Shana Manisi from RBT CPAs, Matt Dagley on audiovisual, Lee Benton joining us as one of our board members, and Mr. Brian Savage, our state monitor.
All right. Proof of notice was promptly provided.
Yes, sir, in the packet.
Fantastic. Let's move on to minutes. May I get a motion to approve the minutes as presented from December?
I'll make the motion.
All right, thank you. Any further discussion about the minutes from December? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Abstain.
I'm sorry. 3 yes, 1 abstention. All right, if we can roll right into new business. Shannon, take it away, please.
Financials are on page 5.
Okay. So the first item you'll see is the management fee income. That's 2 months where the the OCFC had 3 months due to their cash flow issues. Then you'll see the brownfield assessments of $97.57. That agrees with the expense that's down below. So they negate each other. And then you will see that there was $51,000 of interest earned on a maturing CD. So for December, there was $74,991.29 of income. You'll see that there is the $20,000 accrued for year-end fiscal audit. So that wasn't there in the previous months. There's $6,500 for the monitor. And if we jump down below, you'll see that there is $22,486.01 for legal fees, and that relates to various matters and attendance to meetings. And the only other item that is uncommon, you will notice down below, is depreciation expense of $2,026.09, and that's for preparation for the annual audit. So it has to be recorded every year, and we record it in December. So $104,411.86 of expenses, so a net loss of $29,420.57. Any questions on any other items there?
Give me 1 second, Shannon.
Take your time.
I don't see on the transaction vendor the bills to back up this $6,500.
Is it more because it was 2 months?
So I have questions about this 6,500. That looks odd to me.
Is that the mansion bill?
Yeah.
So those bills wouldn't be in your vendor packet. They were last month, right? They would have been the last month. But we did receive 2 new bills that are not on. I think they were received, at least one of them was since this was put together, I'm pretty sure. But that 6,500 would have been in a previous packet.
So I have concerns about some of the billing we've been getting. And I need, before I can in good conscience continue to approve these, I need backup and a further understanding as to more documentation as to what we're getting billed for.
Okay.
From
from Anshin.
Yes.
Do you wanna discuss those now? Do you wanna provide them to me and I give them to Anshin?
There are too many to discuss. I would like to provide a list of questions to you in the next, let's call it 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
And you can then go to Anshin and ask for further clarification as to some of these bills. Because there are some that are very, very, let's just say loose in their definition,
Okay.
all right?
We'll do that.
So-
I'll look out for you email me and
Yeah.
I'll share it with them and I'm sure they'll respond promptly.
Yep.
So, I'm still a little confused regarding the expenditure of $6,500 to Mansion in December. Why is it not reflected in the bills? We paid for it in December, so why, and it's noted for December, why is it not here on the
Is it
breakdown?
going
It was probably in last month's, when we presented it last month, because as you can see, the transaction list by vendor goes from December 9th through January 8th.
So it's not a true fiscal month. It's not a 1 to 31.
Got it. Okay, I'll go back and look at my other financials and see if it's in there.
It's right there.
So,
Yeah.
I just wanna interrupt for a second. It's not for Anshin, it is for Brown and Weinrob, but their relation to the monitor.
Ah,
Okay, so that's
right.
down
Makes
the
more
line.
So it's coded on the same line item.
Like that.
So this particular $6,500 is for Brown and not for Anshin.
Got it.
But it's still related to the monitor, so that's why it's all on that same line item per Bill's request.
Is that what you were referring to, or you talking about the other bills? Cause
No,
I've shared
I'm
with you all
talking
the
about
actual bills.
other bills that have not had the depth of documentation that I would expect from someone that is, quite frankly, supposed to be telling us how to do things.
should we be keeping track of that as well then, if that's, if this 6,500 is related to because of the monitor? I mean, is that separate, like we're having another
I would
invoice
like to
related to that, so we kind of
see
count
a
that
different
up as
line.
well? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
We've been asked at one point to account for anything related to the monitor, so that you could, I think Giovanni had asked at the board level for that, so that's why we were trying to create a category where it's kind of related to the same issue. But we can certainly parse that out.
Cause it's kinda misleading when it has the name right there in the line, Mansion.
We've gone, Shannon and I have gone back and forth on that a couple of times.
But we do want it in that category, even though it's not to them, but if we want it in that category.
I would say a
we're-
subcategory
That's,
or,
that's
Yeah.
fine, I just.
yeah,
I think we still wanna track it on that subject, you know?
Yeah, no
it's
argument
related to the
there.
monitor, but-
Yeah, because it goes to the total expenses that we have to pay.
Correct.
But I agree that it's misleading.
and there's also other things they could do for us, Brown and Weinberg.
True, absolutely. It's true. But all this billing is.
Right, so
related to that
if they're
matter.
doing something that is not related to that matter, it would go down on a different legal line item, cause there are multiple legal line items.
So why couldn't there just be a line item for Brown and Weinrob and then subcategories for what they're doing?
We try to minimize putting more accounts in there because we're trying to stick to a comparison from this to the way that the budget was approved.
Legal fees are typically just in the professional fees category, right?
I get that, but this is, for me, it's a different type of legal fee.
That's why I was
Because there are
putting it there,
very
yeah.
specific reasons why we have this, and tracking it, to me, should be outside of the regular legal counsel fees.
And not technically legal counsel per se, they're government affairs.
They're-
firm.
yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Well, I guess just get if, however they wanna do it, but at least get maybe in a separate, sheet, the breakdown of what's in there, right? I mean, I understand the difference between accounting and what we're trying to do, but.
I just think it's not fully representative of what we're looking for Brown and Weinrob to do.
Great.
So Shannon, so what do you
It
want?
sounds like a separate line, right? We're looking
So,
at-
well,
Sounds-
Shannon, how do we solve this issue?
You guys just have to tell me how you wanna present it. I was told to put anything related to the monitor any expense that is incurred by the IDA to that line item. So that's where everything has been recorded currently.
No,
Could there be
If you
another
want a
subline
different line
under
item,
that?
I will gladly do so, I just need to know where you like it.
Can we add a subline to that related to
I
government
can.
affairs? Under? Still
I-
under
What would you want it to
monitor,
say
but-
though, because you've had other attorneys involved,
Could be anything, right? So,
so it's hard to keep track of how
Tens of
you want
thousands of
this
dollars
stuff
if
broken
it's
out.
related
We
to it,
could-
obviously.
but I think we should say, I mean, there could be something else and then it would be another category, right? I mean, if there was something else related to that. But that doesn't mean you can't get the breakdown.
Yeah.
Underneath
But
it.
Brown and Weinrob are not attorneys, we're not going to them for legal counsel, they have a different role. So I would put Brown and Weinrob on their own line, and then underneath, anything that has to do with the monitor that we need to track for the costs that are coming out of that organization, plus whatever other things we're asking them to do, if they're not legal counsel.
Absolutely.
Legal counsel's sitting right over there.
So, can we do that, please, Shannon, moving forward? And can we incorporate any past items, you know, transfer any past things into that, or is this the first one?
So this is the first one from them, but there have been other vendors that have done work related to this matter that are also included in that total number.
For example, our Paris consultant, Paris Beach.
So do you
they've
just
answered
want-
questions related, they
Do
got on
you
the
want
part
it
of
to
the Zoom.
say other consultants?
Our local labor monitors have been on Zooms with Anshin and been billed us for that time, which we think is totally related to answering
Is
the
that
question.
enough
That's
definition
enough
for you
me.
guys?
Yes.
To have other, yeah. If we could have that, this way we know the delineation between the two, so that would be fine, Shannon, if you could do other vendors or something along those lines.
Yep.
But I also would like, this in particular, I would like 100% clarity on it. I don't want this to be perceived as we're trying to, put this into a bucket of things, if that makes sense. This particular 6,500, I still think should be its own separate line item.
Yeah,
And then you can have another line item for all other vendors. Does that make sense?
that's what we're saying, right?
Is that what we're all
Yeah.
agreeing to?
The only thing about the Brown and Weinrob is they need a line item themselves
Mm-hmm.
because of the contract relationship we have with them.
Yep.
Then underneath that, they break it out, it's either monitor activities or other activities, and then someplace else you can put other folks. But it's not coming out of the Brown and Weinrob money, it's
Correct.
coming out of someplace else.
Correct.
So we just need to track all of that.
Right, so Brown and Weinrob, its own line, and then we could have other
Others.
vendors
Mhm.
underneath that.
Correct.
Does that make sense, Shannon?
Yeah.
That would be great, thank you.
You take this back, right?
You can take that back.
Yes.
All right, any other questions about the budget page? Can we move on to the next page?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, Shannon, I believe your next page, we're actually skipping the vendor page and going to the cash and CDs.
Page 7.
Yeah. So the operating account had 371,000. The trust escrow accounts had a little over 17,000. Have just shy of 8.5 in your CDs and treasuries. And again, like funding corp, your next one matures in March. So a total of 8,888,000 in cash, CDs, and treasuries.
Fantastic. That 371, does that get us through 3 more months?
In March,
I think so.
I think so. I think we're
Any expenses on the horizon you see?
no,
Okay.
no.
Shannon, if we can just Are we done with Shannon?
Good stuff. Do you have any other questions for her?
Yeah, Shannon, if you could just do that for next month, those extra line items, that'd be appreciated. Any other
Making the
questions?
changes right now as we speak.
Fantastic. Any other questions for Shannon before we let her go?
Thank
You
you.
look like you're still,
I'm good.
looks like you're still
Yeah.
looking there, Mr. Chris.
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm still looking, but I'm
But he's
good.
not moving his finger off that number, whatever
Do you need to borrow my abacus?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, then, Shannon, I think you're good to go if you'd like to, and if you can just, Kelly, talk about transactions real quick, the vendor list.
Sure. Everything is pretty much normal, except you'll see on the Hudson News Network, there's a $6,000 payment, and that's for 6 months of bills.
Oh, okay.
It's from July through December.
It's then backed up.
Yeah,
Not
that
being
makes
as
more
the bills.
sense. I was wondering.
Yeah.
And the William A. Smith, that's the liability policy for the IDA. Everything else is pretty much normal.
CPAs, it's 6,000 we talked about. Services, electric and gas. Any other questions about anything else on that?
You need the language right, okay, so. Bring that back, right.
All right, so before we move forward, can I get a motion to approve the financials and the vendor payments?
Motion.
All right, let's make sure we say this correctly. The motion, I guess, has to state that we approve everything, but until we get answers, we're not gonna pay any more bills going forward.
Just answered?
Correct.
Okay,
But there's no ancient ones in this one.
correct.
Correct, so we're paid.
But we do have a couple that just, or at
Yeah.
least one that just came in, that has not been paid, I think.
But those aren't approved yet.
Right,
Right.
they would come in February.
Okay, so then we're good to go with just this.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Then you made the motion?
Yes. Into the full board.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any further discussion about the financials? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I believe we have one more agenda item.
Yeah, ready for me? Sorry. Trying to shut this down. Yeah, two other things. Authorization for staff to pay recurring bills and insurance invoices. You know, it's January, it's our reorganization month, so we're doing this. We did this a year ago, believe it or not, where you authorized me up to $9,000. I just wanna make sure we've got to debate some of the language in the minutes is slightly different from OCFC last year to OCIDA, so I do want Rudy to chime in to make sure that we have the language proper, just what we need for the motion. But basically what it said last year was a motion to reauthorize the CEO to approve invoice payments up to $9,000 to cover expenses that include rent and insurance. Again, Rudy, I just wanna make sure we have that.
So, does that sound like it's anything else, or is it just those two items? I mean,
It's not just those two items, but we did talk about recurring expenses like that.
So I would say to include but not limited to rent and insurance.
That's part of what the debate was there, so.
Oh.
Do we need to even have that in? Can we just say expenditures not to exceed $9,000?
You do that as well?
I mean, make it simple.
Like that.
I'm like his principal. Keep it simple, sweetheart, not anything.
Sexual harassment.
For the love.
So, and then anything above that would have to come to the finance first, and then it would be paid,
Then it
is that
would be
correct?
Correct.
Great.
So is 9,000 high enough, just from the
That's
strategical
fine.
way of doing business?
I'm forgetting what rent is right now. Is it 8 and change?
Pretty much, and then sometimes the utilities on top of that, if we go over the
Yeah.
I think that's why we did that, and also some insurance back in the day. pay some insurance.
You upped it
Full
last
premiums.
year to, so you may wanna consider doing
Yeah.
it again.
Again,
Might
going
need to,
up.
where rent was increased last year and everything, so.
And we're gonna get another increase probably this year.
So what is the number that we're comfortable with?
I think between 10 and or 11, but, it may be safe to do $11,000.
I'm good with
I'm
that.
good with that too.
Fine.
So we have to make the motion to say that we authorize up to.
Yeah, just want, again, I wanna make sure we get the verbiage.
Yeah,
just
and that'll
right.
be done, you'll do it here, but it's gotta be done out there as well.
Correct.
We're gonna recommend to go there,
Right.
but we're gonna remove any disclaimers about what those monies are gonna be used for.
Yeah, and it's kind of common, like, I represent other communities and agencies where they have, like, for example, they have like certain offices, you, for example, town attorney, whatever, you can spend up to like 20,000
Yep.
without requiring board approval, just set in the
Yep.
budget, that's what it is, so. Again, no, it's just up to 11,000 is kind of, as long as, you know, up to and included, without specifying what's it for, so.
Right.
You have the discretion.
Do you need a disclaimer to say it's part of the budget, or no?
No.
Okay. Sure, 11's good?
I think so,
Okay,
yeah. Whose motion?
my motion.
Need a second?
Second.
Further discussions?
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Very good. Last item on the agenda is staff evaluations and compensation. I'd like to go into executive session and
Yes.
discuss that as we did last year.
So just an motion for that, go into executive session.
For?
Staff evaluations and compensation.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. I'd like to excuse staff and Matt, if we could, please.
we're out of exec. All right, nothing to report from executive session, but with no other further business, can I get a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.